Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has arrived in New York after being captured by US Special Forces in a dramatic military operation in the Venezuelan capital, Caracas. He was flanked by a dozen law enforcement officials, some wearing FBI jackets, as he was escorted onto the tarmac. A helicopter that may have been carrying Maduro arrived in Manhattan shortly after, where he will reportedly be transferred to a detention centre in Brooklyn. Mr. Maduro is expected to make an initial appearance in the Manhattan Federal Court to face narcoterrorism, conspiracy and weapons charges, according to US Justice Department officials. US President Donald Trump says the United States will run Venezuela for the foreseeable future following Mr. Maduro's detention. The US bombed Caracas and other locations before US Special Forces captured the Venezuelan leader and flew him out in a helicopter.
We're going to stay until such time as the proper transition can take place. So we're going to stay until such time as we're going to run it, essentially, until such time as a proper transition can take place. We're going to have our very large United States oil companies, the biggest anywhere in the world, go in, spend billions of dollars, fix the badly broken infrastructure, the oil infrastructure, and start making money for the country.
Our correspondent Rachel Clayton has been following developments throughout the morning.
This is a bold move by the United States that has stunned the world. Flanked by dozens of American officials, the Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife Cilia Flores landed in New York, where they will face drug trafficking, weapons and narco-terrorism charges laid out in a 25-page indictment. President Donald Trump says the US will take control of Venezuela until a peaceful transition of power can occur. He's also said the United States will take control of Venezuela's oil industry and that the US will bring in oil companies that will trade oil from Venezuela with Russia and China.
Who's going to take over? I mean, there is nobody to take over. You have a vice president who's been appointed by Maduro. And right now she's the vice president, and she's, I guess, the president. She was sworn as president just a little while ago. She had a long conversation with Marco, and she said, we'll do whatever you need. I think she was quite gracious, but she really doesn't have a choice.
It's unclear how all of this is going to work, both practically and legally. Questions are already being raised about the legal justification for both the attacks on Venezuela and the capturing of the president. The Maduro government is also a repressive regime and may not step aside. While President Trump says the Venezuelan Vice President, Delcy Rodríguez, is cooperating with US, Ms. Rodríguez says that the only person that her government recognises as leader is President Maduro. She has condemned the attacks and called on President Maduro to be released. Mr. Trump says that the country has no choice and must do what he says.